What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Campus Green, the podcast where we talk about surviving class, midterms, and everything in between. I am Panji.
And I'm Echo. Today we are talking about something we all use every single day for holiday, but honestly it's kids of running our lives.
Let me guess, bro. The Campus Wi-Fi.
What's mine? Email specific student emails.
Ah, the university inbox, the absolute cornerstone of getting hit with unaspect assignment and announcement from professor.
It's the bean of my existence, Panji. Right now, as we speak, I have over the 100 ML setting in my student account.
Hahaha, bro, that gives me intense anxiety. I am straight inbox zero guy. I can stand seeing to notification based on my phone.
That's me your was man, but selfishly how did we get here? When did ML become this overly him best?
Well, it actually started back in 1971. A computer engineer named Ray Tomlinson invited the first system to send messages between different computers.
Why? 1971, so email is older than the World Wide Web.
Exactly. And Ray is also the guy who caused the HTML symbol to route the message. He needs something that once used in people's names so the system won't get confused.
Wow! Shout out to Ray. Miss Fair respect, but I bet he didn't expect that Professor Emile just use 11 p.m. Friday saving read chapter 5 to 10 before Monday morning.
Ha ha ha! Definitely not, man. Back then, it was just a quick way for science to share research data. No stamp, no waiting. It was pure magic. Now it's just portal for academic stress.
Exactly. And don't get me started on ML at code with processor. Why is it so successful if I don't sound formal enough? I feel like they are going to file me.
Oh, absolutely. You have to start with their professor so and so and sign off with best regards. It feels like writing a bit threatening.
Right? And what about group project? What is your favorite passive aggressive email press from classmates who are doing an mark and work?
Oh, definitely when some joins the thread led and says just looping myself in and translated. I have done anything for the last 3 weeks, but please put my name on the slide. How about you?
Mine is from the group leader build the Sabus transaction stop acting we went. The deadline is just read the document.
Ha ha ha, man, it's so true. Well, despite the anxiety, email assign going anywhere. It's style the king of campus communication.
Sad but true, will I goose, I should probably go and actually open some of those rare hound under message before finals week.
Good idea, Ryan. Start with the ones from the dean.
We'll do that for today's episode of the Campus Grid. Don't forget to hit follow and please don't email us unless you're sharing exam answers.
Catch you later, bro. Bye, everyone.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Campus Grid, the podcast where we talk about surviving class, meter, and everything in between. I'm Eko.
And I am Panji. Today we're talking about student email, but with a modern twist. We are diving into how artificial intelligence is completely rewriting how we communicate with professor.
Oh man, we are we talking about AI writing our emails because we're too lazy or AI detection that we use AI.
A bit of both, bro. Think about it. Back in 1971, when Ray Tomlinson sent the very first email, it was just text between two computers.
Right, for human to human data.
Fast forward today, and half time, it's just my AI assistant talking to the processor AI assistant.
It's true. I hit the smart beep reply button so much the processor email messaging on our command and my app suggest go eat things or sound good.
But it gets dangerous, man. Have you ever used an AI chatbot to draft a formal email to a processor because you didn't want to sound too casual?
Oh, absolutely. I type the proof I'm sick and need an extension and the AI turns it into their distinguished processor. I read to you with debit rates, regretting and universal medical care content.
Ha ha ha! It sounds like a real dictionary, but professors are catching on, bro. They know a 19 years old student doesn't talk like a British poet from the 19th century.
True, the real plot is that processors are using AI to grade our emails and assessment to it just but talking to both this point human students are become obsolete.
Exactly. And let's talk about Grow Project. AI has totally changed the passive aggressive email game. What's your favorite AI generated apart from a striker classmate?
Oh, when the group's Plasker use AI to summarize the chat and emails, let's again or senators moving forward. Translation I haven't opened the share Google Doc one but the boot to told me to say this the logos. How about you?
Mine is when someone uses AI to rewrite their draft. and they accidentally leave the prompt in the email like, "Here is the update as an AI, I suggest adding more data here."
Oh no, total rogue mid-types and exposure.
But honestly, it solves the safety often. If I don't know how to ask a processor for a great bump without sounding entitled, I just ask the AI to make it polite but firm.
It definitely serves time for 1971 to today. Email went from a 70 tool to an AI battleground.
Sad but true. Well, I guess I shall go use my AI to clean out the there hundred under notification in my student account before final week.
Don't let it delete the emails from your answer Ria.
Ha ha ha! Good point. That's all for today's episode of the Campus Green. Don't forget to hit follow and please don't email us as your prompt is optimist.
Catch you later, bro. Bye, everyone.